Hey everybody, my name is Clay TC. I'm a certified licensed athletic trainer in the state of Texas, and happy St. Patrick's Day. So just a disclaimer, this is not meant to treat or diagnose any injury or illness that you may have, and this is just the way I personally choose to treat my athletes or patients. Now in this video, I want to talk about how long we should ice. So in my personal experience, how I choose to ice is directly on the skin. I know there's some people who have a little bit of skin sensitivities. They might break out in some wheals or hives, if you would. They might have an allergy to ice or the cold. They may have some nerve sensitivities, and this is all just going to vary from person to person. So I'm just going to talk as if you don't have any of these things going on. What tends to happen is whenever we have this cold application and you put it directly on the skin, you'll start to see some people kind of shy away. They don't like the way it feels. But again, there's a process that the body goes through in order to become insensitive or numb to the cold. So initially it's going to be painful. You might have some stinging, maybe some aching. Eventually you're going to move into the numb phase. You might even experience a little bit of itching, but this is all normal. So if you can get through the first 5 minutes, you can get through the next 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 minutes of icing. How long you should ice, to me personally, is ultimately determined by the body part. You must have a complete understanding on what you're trying to achieve when you do ice. How we're choosing to ice depends on the time, tissue, and temperature at which we're trying to treat the injury. What temperature are we trying to cool the structure? Where is the structure located? And how long do you think it's going to take the ice to penetrate that deep so we get the necessary cooling that we need to help prevent secondary injury and to numb the area? So again, we need to have a well-rounded mindset when it comes to icing injuries, when you should choose to ice, whether it's acutely or chronically. Why you choose to ice, again, we're trying to limit secondary injury. And how long we should ice depends on the tissue and the temperature at which we're trying to cool the object or the structure. That's going to ultimately determine how long we should leave the ice on for. So again, I hope these videos are starting to round out your knowledge when it comes to icing an injury. Can you make any subject complicated? Yes. I'm not trying to make icing complicated. I'm just trying to improve your technique on how to ice and not waste your time. So in the next video, we'll talk about gel versus ice packs. We'll talk about e-stim and ice. We'll talk about the nitrogen chambers that the NFL uses. And we'll talk about ice baths and some considerations that are kind of relevant when we're talking about this topic.